If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. In what might be one of the biggest shocks of this NFL offseason, rumors are swirling that wide. Receiver Brandon Aiyuk has signed a massive contract with the Cleveland Browns. That's right, Browns fans. If the reports are true, one of the most dynamic young receivers in the league is packing his bags and heading to the Dawg Pound. While no official confirmation has come from either the Browns or Aiyuk's camp just yet, sources close to the situation say the deal is as good as done, with only formalities left before the big reveal. It's the kind of move that can send ripples through the entire AFC and, frankly, the whole league. Aiyuk, who just wrapped up a stellar campaign with the San Francisco 49ers, has been at the center of trade rumors for months. But nobody saw Cleveland as a serious destination until now. The whispers began as just that, whispers. An anonymous insider dropped a cryptic tweet late last night suggesting a top-tier WR has agreed to terms with the Browns. At first, fans brushed it off. The Browns already have Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and a few young pieces in the wide receiver room. Why would they need another big-name target? But then, more credible sources began chiming in. Beat reporters close to the Browns started hinting that something major was about to drop. And then came the big one, a respected NFL insider claiming that Brandon Aiyuk had agreed in principle to a massive multi-year contract worth north of $100 million. That's elite receiver money, and it signals that the Browns are going all in. Let's talk about the potential impact here. Aiyuk is coming off his best season yet. With over 3,300 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns, he was a cornerstone in Kyle Shanahan's 49ers offense. His route running has improved dramatically, his hands have become more reliable, and his ability to get separation downfield makes him a nightmare for defenders. If he's truly heading to Cleveland, that completely changes the dynamics of this offense. Deshaun Watson, who has faced criticism since joining the Browns, would now have one of the most talented supporting casts in the league. Cooper, Moore, Njoku, Chubb, once healthy, and now Aiyuk. That's dangerous. Suddenly, this team starts looking like a real threat in the AFC North. But of course, a move this big doesn't come without its complications. First, the money. If the rumored $100+ million contract is real, the Browns will have to make some serious cap space. That could mean restructuring current deals or even letting go of a veteran or two. And what does this mean for Amari Cooper's future in Cleveland? He's been the WR1 since he arrived, but Aiyuk might push him into a secondary role or even make him expendable. Some fans are already speculating that a Cooper trade could be next, especially with only 1 year left on his deal. The front office is clearly playing chess, not checkers, and they're not afraid to make bold moves. Another layer to this is Brandon Aiyuk's motivation. Why leave San Francisco, a Super Bowl caliber team, to join a franchise that hasn't had consistent success in decades? Well, it's simple. Opportunity and respect. In Cleveland, Aiyuk gets the bag and likely gets to be the guy. No more splitting targets with Deebo Samuel and George Kittle. No more being overshadowed in a system that prioritizes the run game. With the Browns, he becomes a focal point, the go-to weapon in the passing game. And let's be honest, players want to feel wanted. If Cleveland is offering him the money and the role he believes he deserves, it's a no-brainer from his perspective. There's also the Deshaun Watson factor. Say what you want about his off-the-field controversies, but Watson is still a former Pro Bowler with a cannon arm and elite mobility. He's never really had a top-tier receiver in Cleveland who fits Aiyuk's mold. Someone who can consistently beat man coverage and stretch the field vertically. This could be the pairing Watson needs to finally recapture his Houston Texans. Form. The chemistry between QB and WR is everything in this league. And if Watson and Aiyuk can click early, watch out. It might take some time to develop, sure, but the upside is massive. Enjoying the content so far. Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Now, let's consider the AFC North. This is already one of the toughest divisions in football. The Bengals have Burrow and Chase. The Ravens have Lamar and Flowers. The Steelers are always tough no matter what. But if Cleveland pulls this off and gets peak Aiyuk, they're not just fighting to stay competitive. They're battling for the division crown. This move sends a message to the rest of the AFC. The Browns are done being the league's punchline. They want to win, they want to contend, and they're willing to spend big money to make it happen. That kind of aggressiveness could pay off big if the pieces fall into place. Of course, we've seen the Browns make big moves before. Odell Beckham Jr., anyone? That experiment didn't exactly pan out, but this feels different. Aiyuk is younger, less flashy in terms of personality, and arguably more consistent on the field. He's still on the rise, whereas OBJ was already starting to plateau when he arrived. If the coaching staff can scheme him into the offense the right way and avoid the pitfalls of previous big-name acquisitions, this could be a game changer. Kevin Stefanski has shown he can get creative. Now he has the tools to do something special. As of now, we wait for confirmation. But the buzz is getting louder by the hour. Cleveland sports radio is on fire. Twitter is exploding with speculation. And fans are already photoshopping Aiyuk into a Browns jersey. The timing is suspiciously close to mandatory minicamp, which could be the perfect moment for an official unveiling. If Aiyuk shows up in Cleveland gear within the next few days, you better believe the city will erupt. This is the kind of move that energizes a fan base and sells out stadiums. It gives hope. And for Browns fans who've endured decades of heartbreak, hope is everything. So what's next? Assuming the deal becomes official, the next few weeks will be filled with excitement, debates, and speculation about how far this team can go. Can they finally break through and make a deep playoff run? Is Deshaun Watson ready to rise again with a new weapon at his disposal? One thing is clear. If Brandon Aiyuk really is coming to Cleveland, the NFL landscape just shifted. And the Browns, often overlooked and underestimated, might finally be ready to flip the script. Stay tuned, because this offseason just got a whole lot more interesting. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you like the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!